Hi everyone, it's March 29th at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, minus 2 degrees, and we're walking north on the K&P Trail north of White Lake Road. We'll probably head up to the main marsh bridge and walk back from there. That'll be a total of about 11 kilometers. It's a nice sunny day, just kind of cool still, but hopefully it's going to get up slightly above freezing this afternoon. So far the trail's been mostly bare, although the lower sections near the front here have been quite wet. I'm getting to somewhat higher ground up ahead of me here, and it's drier, although I do see some snow on the trail up ahead, so I guess there's going to be a little remnant snow still remaining where the shade has predominated. So just made it to Ball Road, and so far the trail is mostly open but quite wet in places. A bit soggy to walk on, but nothing to complain about. It's a lot better than walking on slush and ice and snow. So a little more snow here where the trees are bigger on the side, and obviously the trail gets less sunshine. Still a few inches thick here. It doesn't last too long, and then we're out into the more barren areas again. With the wind today, it's quite cold on the hands. It's probably a -8 wind chill or so, I suspect. Almost at the north end of our hike at the creek. My goodness, it's windy and cold up here. It looks like a beautiful day, and it is, but it is cold. It'll be good to walk south. We'll be with the wind then, as far as I know. You see the marsh is still frozen over here. It had melted out a bit, I guess, but it's refrozen again. Well, it's a little nicer going this way with the wind. After riding my bike last week, it was a bit depressing this weekend to have the snow and cold return. You just get kind of depressed because you're all built up to be ready for spring. You've been out on the bike once or twice, and now you're back indoors again to a degree. Unless you like walking around in minus 15 wind chill. which isn't the greatest at this time of year. I've always enjoyed just finding a nice rock cut like this one and laying against it in the sun. Even on a cool day, as long as you're out of the wind, it can feel nice and warm. That's really nice on a summer day when you find a really nice, attractive rock cut. You can just rest up against it, or you could even lay on top of it if you want. Little micro habitat to enjoy. Here's one of the old drill cores where they would have drilled down into the rock and then put dynamite in here and blew it up to break the rock cutout when they were building the railroad. So we've just come off of the trail to walk along this road which parallels the trail for a section here. Thought I'd just come out and get a different view of the local area. Back at the trail. Head south from Ball Road here. Little protected zone on a rock cut, out of the wind with the sun right on me. Temperature goes up about 5 degrees at least. You can actually feel warmth on the rock here. And if you go over just a few feet, now look what you have. Icicles. So these ones are holding on in the temperature, but they drip down and form this other mass. So you'd have a stalactite here in the top, hanging from the top, and a stalagmite forming in the bottom of the cave. It's the same process here basically, except with water. Whereas in a cave, it's a mineral solution that would be going through this action. Stalactite, stalagmite. Interesting. Lots of nice lichens up in here too. Well, it's just coming up on 3:30 in the afternoon, and we're coming up to the end of our hike, a few hundred meters away. Hopefully I've managed to stay to the bitter end. Thanks for joining me. Stay tuned for future adventures in the wild.